It's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner Booth Pregame.
You ready? No debate, cause it's over. I'm too official, got the drip, I got the sauce. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, yeah. Still standing and defiant. Slay the competition, cause I'm walking like a giant. Bring the proof when it's time to tell the truth. I'll be at the corner booth, find me in the corner booth, corner booth.
I see as well. Kate, I feel like I have not officially said this. I've tiptoed around it. Kate, will you marry me?
Do I have to answer now? Or
No, you have time. You can think about it. You can think about a way to say no without hurting my feelings if you want.
Oh my
lovely.
God.
I'll send you a letter.
Just don't even.
Alright, cool. Thank you. I'll send you my address later so you can send it to my house.
Yeah, I'm never giving you my address. I don't want you getting that close.
Oh, I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is officially Thursday. Welcome into the Korner Booth Pregame. I am your cigar smoking host, Mr. Jared Clem. This is also in honor of my man Caesar, the intern for Craft Brew Sports, who I will say, if you guys have not watched their show yet with, of course, you guys know Mookie, Scott, and their mysterious co-host, Mike Burlon. They are a great crew of dudes. They are probably the closest show we have to the Korner Booth, besides, of course, Davids and Pivots and No Credentials Required. But they are like very good friends of ours, obviously. And of course, their intern, if you guys missed it, decided he was going to try to spin his Celtics getting absolutely roped in Game 6 by saying, at least they didn't try. And he brought us a champagne and a cigar to act like Stephen A. Smith. So in his honor, I bought a very expensive cigar because also, got a new job. So, trying to be a jackass anyway. But
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. So, yeah, no. So with that job kicking off in a week and a half and the fact that I really wanted the cigar, this is for you, buddy.
There we go. It still smells good. I have one, but because I am indoors, I cannot light it and smoke it. So I'm just going to sit here and smell it because I do love cigars.
Yeah, the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm outside on my front porch, and it was gorgeous out before. So,
is it not gorgeous anymore?
Well, it might rain. That's why I'm on my covered porch.
Oh, there you go. At least you're smart, thinking ahead.
Yeah, there's a first for everything. So, I also want to give a quick birthday shout out to a friend of the show, our editor-in-chief here at Play Sports, and a friend of ours, Miss Beth, host of Woo Hockey. Let's talk Woo Hockey.
Yes.
She turned, I don't know what she's turning today. She turned 25 probably. But listen, shout out to Beth. Also, always a big fan of the show and always a big fan of hers. She's awesome. She filled in last week for Samir, and she was a rock star, and we appreciate her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Beth. Look, Beth's a great time. She's great in the community. She's always active. She's just fun to talk to. So, yes, huge shout out. Happy birthday, Beth.
Yeah, very happy birthday to Miss Beth. All righty, gentlemen. Got a lot of stuff, honestly. I was like looking at so even though Samir didn't text me back when I asked him, hey, do you have any ideas for topics tonight? Crickets.
So you've gotten so much unpaid labor out of me, Jared. You really cannot say
you got credits out of it, motherfucker.
Unpaid labor. I know that. Isn't that just what we all do?
Dude, imagine what my unpaid labor is.
True.
4 years of this shit.
I know. It's only been now I'm gonna have to go back and think when my 1 year anniversary is with Belly Up.
Yeah, I know my 4 years. No, my 4 years coming up in holy shit. My 5 year is coming up in 4 because I can't count. My 4 year anniversary is coming up July 30th or something like that.
I want to say I joined in October. It doesn't tell me on here. Whatever.
I'm currently using a paper clip to punch a hole in my cigar so I actually can ventilate it better.
I've not
just complete ratchet things.
Wait a minute. Was it pre-cut or? Oh, you mean on the end?
Yeah,
you mean?
Yeah, on the end.
I've never done that before. You sure you're just not a seasoned cigar smoker who struggles to light one properly? You got to twist it. You got to spin it. You got to puff real hard a few times.
I'm like AJ Hawk in this shit. I swear I smoke way too many cigars. I've been smoking cigars since like fucking 17. That's the problem.
I love cigars. So this one, I don't know if you've ever had it. So this one I have here is my new favorite cigar. Last couple years was the first time I tried it. The Fat Bottom Betty.
Oh, I've had one of those before. They're really good.
They are delicious. It's so that was the first night I ever had one of those. I was at a cigar bar called Shenanigans up in North Conway, New Hampshire.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. It's
I'm just getting literally full flashbacks from Super Troopers.
Exactly. No, it's a great place, but it was the first. So I had one there, and it was so good. I was like, look, I never do this, but I need to have another full one right now. So I just smoked 2 back to back, which is usually too much for me, but it's just so good. That Fat Bottom is a good one.
I had a really good one last week when I found out when I got hired initially. It was Java Cafe by Drew Estate. Phenomenal.
Okay, never had.
I'm also a big Drew Estate guy. So anything whiskey dipped like this Gurkha. So, but Samir,
whiskey dipped ones are good.
How you doing, brother? What do you? I gotta ask. You gotta have something on your chest that you want to talk about, right?
I'll be honest, not really.
So we're just gonna sit here.
No, I just feel pretty happy. I just feel pretty happy.
So what are your Celtics doing tonight with the draft? Like seriously, you guys doing anything? You guys even have picks? Like what's the deal?
We don't have a first rounder because we traded for Derek White. So we're looking for the 28th. Who cares? I'll be honest. Who cares? I don't give a damn about
you know what everyone's
gonna
say. They got Robert Williams back then, in that. So maybe they can get lucky again. Who knows?
Yeah, we have my Wolves are the 19th, so I'm not doing much or better.
Yeah, I'm super excited for the draft in general, though. For the Celtics, I'm just like, the draft is a total punt. We'll see. Maybe Brad has something up his sleeve, but I think right now it's who we trading for, who we're going to sign, or what's going to happen.
So I will say this. Who do you guys think is going? I think the dude everyone's saying the dude out of Auburn's going 1. I think it's a home run. I like. You're really gonna draft Slender Man? Really, Andrew? Like anybody's gonna draft Slender Man here?
Oh, I wasn't going like this because I had a different opinion. I was going like this because I don't even know who's in the draft. I really don't pay attention to.
No, my opinion is I'm not a big fan of Jabari Smith. I think he's fine. I don't think he's a number 1 pick worthy. I think if you're spending the number 1 pick, you want to get a guy that's a game changer. And I think Jabari Smith is a guy that does everything pretty good. He's a very good shooter. But I don't think he's going to be like a game-breaking guy. Like he's fine. He's athletic. He could shoot the 3 very well, but he doesn't have like crazy handles. He's not making his own shot like crazy. He's a stretch 4 who plays really good defense. And yeah, I mean, you know, player comp to Harrison Barnes. I'm not saying I think he's better than that, but that's the type of guy you're going to be looking at. And I think it's a sleeper, but I'm a big Keegan Murray guy.
I am.
He
too.
obviously isn't going to be picked 1, but I think Keegan Murray has proved that he's like carrying of a team. Yeah, and I also really love Jaden Ivey. People are talking about trades up for Jaden Ivey. The Hawks want to trade up for Jaden Ivey potentially. That would be interesting. I mean, it would make the Hawks the ultimate no defense team. But
all right, I'll raise you one better, fellas. If we don't want to talk about the prospects. Who are some star players you think are going to get dealt tonight?
I mean, we already saw Jeremy Grant go. He went to the Blazers, right?
Yeah, Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, so they definitely are starting to fall.
Where's John Collins going? That's my first one. Is he going to Dallas or
Sacramento?
Minnesota?
Sacramento.
You think he's going to Sacramento?
Yep.
Wow.
As another Celtics fan, if I were to watch basketball, I watch the Celtics because I am from up here in Boston.
Boston.
But they've been talking. The fans up here are so delusional, and I'm sure you'll get this from here too. Like they think that we can deal Marcus Smart for like John Collins straight up, or like there's so much talk. People calling at the radio stations up here thinking that they can do these trades like Marcus Smart for another player straight up. I'm like,
Marcus Smart?
It's not going to happen. Like, I don't know what. Yeah, delusional.
Yeah, trading Marcus Smart is not the right way to go. Everyone keeps saying the Celtics need a point guard. Yeah, well, everyone's saying the Celtics need a point guard, and you know we kept Marcus Smart on the bench for how many years, and then we finally let him be the starting point guard, and we made the finals. So I don't know what people.
I think
really
the biggest
want.
problem is your best guy had 100 turnovers in the playoffs. Like that's the issue.
Yes.
Jason Tatum had a rough playoff run.
Well,
But
and let's be honest.
I
Marcus
disagree. I disagree, Jared, because people say we need a point guard. No, we don't need a point guard. What we need is playmaking, and playmaking can come from any part of the floor. People don't understand that. We just need a guy that can dish the ball. You know, Jason Tatum is taking the ball up every possession. It's Tatum or Smart, and you can't have the ball in, you know, a scoring forward's hands every possession. He's not the guy that's going to bring the ball up. Brown's not the guy that's going to bring the ball up. Get them off ball more. You just need playmaking.
You need like a Jeff Teague type, like a guy who's
And
not going to
Smart
dominate.
turns the ball over a ton. We can all agree that Smart turns the ball over a ton. He's not the best playmaker, but he makes the Celtics the number one defense in the league.
So I don't mind the turnovers Smart has, because the turnovers he has is when he's trying to make a play. It's usually when he's trying to squeeze it through a window. What frustrated me about the turnovers from Brown and Tatum in the finals in those last couple of games was that they weren't coming on plays that they were trying to like feed it to somebody at the hoop, like right into the hoop, or they weren't trying to like cut the seam or anything. They were just fumbling the ball. They were just dropping it, misdribbling it, and throwing it around. And that's what you can't have. Marcus Smart was at least trying to make a play. Now, I think there is evidence to say that Marcus Smart, they win more when he shoots less. There's a pretty regular stat that was kept going around up here saying that when he takes 13 shots or less, they were like 7-2 or something like that. But anytime he takes over 13 shots, I think they only won once. So it was game 7.
Yeah, he takes 2 threes.
Yeah, because he takes too many threes. Exactly. So what they need is I don't mind Marcus Smart because, like I said, I like his attitude. I like what he brings as far as, look, he is, whether people want to believe like it or not, he's someone that the rest of the locker room does look at for kind of where his head is to kind of drive the passion and the attitude to the games every night. So they need that. So I don't mind that because I don't see that out of Brown and Tatum. They might take that step, but he definitely needs to buy into the role of, look, this is Brown and Tatum's team. They need to be the shot takers and the playmakers, and he needs to be the one kind of facilitating to them a bit more. Can he hit a shot every now and then? Of course. He just can't let it go to his head and think, I hit that one shot, that means I'm Kobe now. Or that means
I agree. Well, I think he bought into that fully, though, because I think once they turn, like at the pit of the losing streak, that was when he said Jason Jalen have to pass the ball more, and Ime brought him in to talk to him, and since then they've been great, and I think he is bought into that.
You're talking the losing streak back like at the beginning of January when they came out of it. Like, agree,
And I think it's great. A few one name that is like insane won't happen. But James Harden on the Celtics would actually be broken if he bought in and just be like, I'm the playmaker now and I don't have to score.
I mean,
because that's what he's great at now. He can't shoot. He's done. But he's a great passer.
He is a great passer.
He made it.
He did make it. There he is. He's giving you a
yes, Caesar. Just for you, buddy.
So
my second favorite intern, Caesar. My first favorite intern, obviously, is Handsome Devil below us right here.
Dude, I like how he doesn't respond. He's like, I don't know what to say.
Well, listen. So, Andrew, you want to know how I met Samir in person for the first time? I mean, he lives 25 minutes from me.
Okay.
No, more like 45. I never met this dude in person. We tried to get lunches, but I was either working, he was working, or he was out of town, whatever. So I'm in Boston for a concert back in like April or whatever, right? With my cousin. And I texted him, I'm like, yo, I'm in Boston. What you doing? He goes, hey, I'm finishing a project. I'll be done in an hour. Where are you going to be? I'm like, oh, the flagging. He goes, all right, cool. And, he texts me, yo, I took my bike. I'm on my way. And literally this dude, 5'9", skinny ass Samir, come running with a Jaylen Brown jersey on, just runs up and bear hugs me in the middle of the bar.
Nice.
That's friendship right there.
That is. I love it. You should have.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Recorded it.
Yeah, we should record it for content. Everything is content.
Everything's content. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That's what me and my co-host Bud just did for the Divots and Pivots when we just met. I said, yeah, screw it. Let's just record it. Why not? How many views it had? You know how many views it had? It's approaching 900 views on TikTok. I'm like,
there you go.
I don't get TikTok.
Listen, Samir and Matt's TikToks both the last 2 weeks. If it wasn't for my fugazi ass like internet and everything, mine would have too. But their TikToks on our favorite wide receiver cores
Yep.
got Matt got almost 1,500 views. Samir's got like 950 or 1,000. So
Nice.
like it was good shit. Like dudes love hearing that. So speaking of receivers, by the way, y'all hear this shit that Tyreek Hill was getting death threats for his Mahomes his Mahomes
What?
comments?
I
Yeah, he was
haven't,
getting
no.
death threats. So I guess when he was on his own podcast, I guess Tyreek Hill has everybody has a podcast now, right? Including us, jackoffs. So I guess Tyreek Hill, when he was talking about, he says, "Oh, I'd rather get the ball dumped on." He's like, "I'd rather the ball dumped in the bad basket instead of like having to extend the play, catch it on the run, 35 yards downfield, whatever." Saying like, "Oh, Tua is going to put it on the spot, and I'm going to run afterward." And he's like, "Oh, y'all seen him against Buffalo when I had that overtime touchdown." I'm like, "Yes, Tyreek, we saw that shit." But here's the thing: saying Tua is even close to what Patrick Mahomes is fucking bullshit. We all know it is.
Yes.
But I want to propose something. I think the most toxic fan base in all of football is not the Patriots. It's not the Eagles. It's not the Cowboys. It's not the Raiders or the Browns. I am proposing the sleeper for this category is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
So I follow a couple Kansas City Chiefs fans on TikTok, and they are the most brainwashed people on the planet, right? One, Mahomes is Jesus to them. Two, they can't do anything wrong. Tyreek Hill, oh, I never heard about his domestic allegations. Oh, but I heard about Kareem Hunt, though, because Kareem Hunt's gone. Oh, Juju is going to be an elite receiver. It's all these things I hear. Chiefs fans are hysterical to me. Also, by the way, if you also know this, at their stadium when they're doing the national anthem, they finish with "and the home of the Chiefs" every time. To me, that's a little. If I was a away player, I'd be like, that's fucking annoying. On top of that, Arrowhead is the second loudest stadium in the NFL.
It is.
And you know what's so funny, right? So I see biased Cowboys fans all the time, right? I see biased Eagles fans, biased Giants fans, Patriots, Jets. It doesn't matter. There's something about Chiefs fans because they try to genuinely pass it off like it's a fucking fact instead of an opinion or conjecture. So my biggest thing is I'm putting them as the sleeper into that most toxic fan base category. I want to know what you guys think about this.
I know literally one Chiefs fan, and he's one of the nicest people I've ever met. So I really don't have any take here. I'll be completely honest with you. If anything, they've just been nothing but delightful to me.
Nothing but delightful. That's a great line.
Yeah, I mean,
all right. Let me run this again then. What do you think is I guess you know what? I have this segment out of this. Oh, by the way, there's no dartboard tonight because I didn't lug it upstairs. We're actually going to do Korner Booth shout-outs tonight.
Spread some positivity.
Yes.
I actually came prepared for the dartboard this week, too. You're killing me.
You know, Andrew, you can rip on it. We'll just turn into a segment. We'll just turn into a take.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to spend positivity and love on this Thursday afternoon. Like my mentor, Mr. McCarthy. All righty. So
wait,
first,
where are you
I
going?
will ask you. We're going to do superlatives for NFL fan bases. So we're all going to go around the table. I have 6 categories, and we're all going to say what we think is of all NFL fan bases. All right. So the most delusional fan base. Andrew, I'll start with you.
The most delusional fan base. Oh, geez. There's just so many that I want to run to right now. I'm going to go ahead and say the Colts. Because
really?
Who the banner they hung? Like they needed
that's Jim Irsay. That's not even the fans.
Well, but they did it because the fans wanted it. Like that's why they did it. So no, that might be a little unfair, anyways. But that was the first one that popped in my head. Look, I tend to all the ones I want to say I get so much hate for because they're all storied franchises, but I think they're past their prime as fan bases. Because I want to say the Steelers so bad. Because I hate them. But you know what? Delusional. I'm gonna say Miami.
Okay. Samir,
as in the Heat.
Oh wait, I thought we were just doing NFL.
No, it's just NFL. Samir's just fucking with you.
I also
Samir,
think the Heat are delusional fans, though.
they are. We know
heard
Cruz.
me.
Samir, we know Cruz. Like that should tell you everything we need to know right now.
Yeah.
Well, Cruz is delusional with every team he roots for.
In terms of delusional fan bases, you know what, Jared? I might have to go with the Eagles here. And you want to know why?
I was waiting for you to say it's the meanest fan base, but okay.
Oh, after you, I actually thought of a better one, but you finished, man.
Well, no, because I hear the Eagles are going to win the division every year. If you go to the majority of Giants fans, we're all just like, oh, yeah, we fucking stink. Like almost the 90% of the time. I capped for Daniel Jones just because I'm like, this is the guy we got right now. I know we're garbage, and a lot of us know that we're garbage. I know the Eagles have a bit more hope than us at the current moment, but even so, I think it's just you. And you know what? I understand. You know, you're coming off of a Super Bowl in the past 5 years. It's 5 years now, and that makes complete sense.
Yeah.
But it's hard to when you realize that it doesn't always happen. And I don't think you guys are going to win a Super Bowl for a little bit.
All right. Well, listen, I think that you may be right. If we don't win one with Jalen Hurts, like if Jalen Hurts is not does not,
I don't think
he is.
Jump. I don't think he's the guy that's going to give you a Super
Well,
Bowl.
here's I'm agree with you. If he does not make the leap this year, then we're back again 2 years later with hopefully Bryce Young, Will Levis, or Tyler Van Dyke, or CJ Stroud.
I don't know about the Bryce Young or the CJ Stroud.
Well, here's the thing: is we have 2 first-round picks and a bunch of capital.
Yeah, who's picks though?
We have the Titans, who are going to be dog shit. Not the Titans.
I don't know about that.
We don't have the Titans. We have San Fran.
Andrew, you're muted.
We have San Fran, and we also have ours. So,
okay,
San Fran, I will say this, though. You can package 2 teen picks to move up into the top 5 easily.
Sure, but
Possibly.
What's definitely agree, the Falcons are tanking. They're going to be the worst team in the league, and they're going to take one of the quarterbacks at 1, Bryce Young.
But they just drafted Desmond Ritter, so they're going to just throw that out the window?
No, yes. Yes,
See, the thing is,
they got rid of pretty. Like, when did they get him? It was
they got him in the 5th or 6th
round, 4th, 5th.
I mean, they don't care about this guy.
Third round.
It was the 3rd round. I thought it was later.
It was the 3rd or 4th round. It was not that late. So, especially for Desmond Ritter, honestly, that's a steal. 2, I think Desmond Ritter is going to be the first quarterback out of this class, really get some serious playing time. They're talking about he might beat out Mariota.
Well, sure. Doesn't mean he's going to be good, but he might beat out Mariota.
All right, so when it comes to all the things you need for it to be not benched as a quarterback in college, not to be successful, and in the pros, Ritter hits all those check marks. I actually think Ritter's going to be good. The thing is, though, I really think the quarterback who's going to play the most first is fucking Malik Willis, because I think Mike Vrabel's going to see Tannehill airmail one pass and say, fuck it, I'm done.
I think it might be next year, because I think Tannehill's contract is very, very.
Well, they're going to have to eat his contract this year anyway, but they're not going to contend.
I don't think they're going to be as dog. You said they were going to be dog shit. I don't think they're going to be as dog shit as you think.
I don't know.
I don't think they're going to be.
I think Vrabel's just going to have them win. They win games. They do go out there and win ball games.
They win tough ones that they shouldn't win. They're good for 2 tough wins that they shouldn't win. I
will say this: I think they're going to go 9-8, 8-9. They're not going to be dog shit. So maybe I overreacted, obviously.
Okay,
but I think that the Titans. The problem is their best part of their offense, aside from Derrick Henry, was AJ Brown. And Treylon Burks, I hear 2 things. I hear the camp that he's so out of shape he can't do shit. And I hear the camp that, he's doing AJ Brown like shit in practice. I'm like, which is it? It's too up. I could say it'd be a little easier to believe if one side was in the middle, one side was all optimistic, or vice versa. But all I'm hearing is polar opposites. I don't know what the fuck's going on right now.
Can't trust it. It's not a situation I want any part of right now.
I will say the most delusional fan base, this is a layup. It's the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, yeah, that was a layup.
Yeah, I didn't want to say the Cowboys.
But am I wrong, though?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But so the one that I thought of that I think we need, that I wish I had said before I said the Dolphins, because I think it's better. I think it's time to throw the Seahawks fan base into the mix of delusional, because I think the whole time of the 12th man is gone.
It's gone.
That place does not rock like it used to when it was the Legion of Boom defense. Like, I'm sorry, there's the aura of that stadium going there on the road and that fan base. It's just not the same, but they still think it is. But it's not.
I don't like get.
It's because they corporatized it.
Yeah.
Also,
fair point.
Let's be honest with the whole Seahawks fan base and everything else. What was the last time the Seahawks won a meaningful game? And we're 2-3 years ago. But
the 12th man was just Russell Wilson being good.
Yeah, and the fans enjoying watching that.
And Samir, you were here on Tuesday when I said there's a very good chance. I think the Broncos could have because Russ is just, he peters out the end of the season every year. But who am I to judge? I don't know. Like, we're gonna see how the season goes. But one of my bold predictions this year was the Broncos finish in last place in the AFC West, because I really think that the Seahawks weren't the only problem Russell Wilson has. I think he's got a whole problem with he runs out of gas.
Well, and you just factor in, so that division is just so good. If you're not firing on all cylinders at all times this year, you slip up once, you can easily in 1 week go from first to third, and then I think it's very plausible that they could slip up with the first year in with Russell Wilson and find themselves towards the bottom.
Fair enough. All right, next category: most depressing. You want to give him a hug fan base.
I mean, is it anyone other than the Lions?
Damn it! Because Lions fans are so nice. They're like, yeah, our team sucks, but good for y'all guys winning. Good for Stafford winning a Super Bowl after he left us. It's Jesus.
Because Jags fans, I don't feel anything for. I don't feel anything for Jags fans. Who are they?
It's
I know 3 Jags fans. They're all at Belly. Well, one just quit Belly Up because he's delusional, but it was that dickhead from Sac City.
Yeah.
Then Beth, and then our boy Ant from what's it called? From Scoreboard X. That's the only Jags fans I know. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Besides that, I don't know any Jags fans. So I will agree. The Lions fans Mike and Zach Mack just make me want to give him a hug sometimes. I'm like, guys, it's okay. The world isn't gonna hurt you anymore.
And I also want to go with Chargers fans, a loyal Chargers fan that's actually there and just sees them mess up every single year. I mean, they screw it up every year.
Oh yeah, it's just
that's also partly me.
Well, you also okay. So Samir was driving the Chargers wagon last year during preseason.
I still am every day.
I know, and I'm agreeing with you because I think that they have a loaded team. The thing is, with the Chargers, all right, Brandon Staley, just don't fuck it up. Because if the Chargers made it instead of the Raiders, the Chargers, I think, would have smoked the Bengals, and it wouldn't have even been close. The Raiders were the Raiders were one of those teams that won ugly, and the Chargers were a team that if they get a swing on you, it's over. But the problem is the Chargers could not put some bad teams away. The Bengals are not a bad team. They always play up to competition. So I would say I think honestly the Chargers I have the Chargers winning the fucking division this year. But
I think the Chiefs probably will, though. I think we talked about this, but
we talked about it on the pod. By the way, we dropped a pod on Tuesday. Go check it out on iTunes and Spotify and iHeartRadio and Spreaker.
So I want to see if you guys can guess the team the fan base I would like to give a hug to, because here's what I got for you. So it's a fan base that is passionate and has been passionate for a long time. Mm-hmm. It's a fan base that has talent on their team, which gives them the reason why every year they come in thinking they have a legitimate shot. And it's a fan base who always falls short about one round too early in the playoffs.
Bills?
No, because I hate the Bills. I'm a Pats fan.
49ers?
Huh?
49ers?
No. The Minnesota Vikings.
Oh,
I don't feel bad for them. I want to kick them in the shins.
Well, look, I just appreciate fan bases that are truly I see.
Nobody dresses up Rocky during a playoff game.
Okay, well, you have your own reasons to hate them, just like I don't like Bills fans, but that's fair. But I just appreciate passionate fan bases even when they have nothing to really show for it. And when's the last time the Vikings have had something to show for that, for that fan base?
The Case Keenum year.
But I mean, like even like they find ways to lose in heartbreaking ways. They have the talent where they should be better than they always are, but they just choke something away, and that fan base is still there, like selling that place out and like pumping them up. And what's sad is that they still have that hope, and I feel for that.
You know what's so weird this year? It's just weird. Were you the one who was telling me that you think the Vikings actually make a run this year?
I said I might have them winning the division.
And the thing is, like, Jay Jets is like arguably top 3 receiver. Thielen's still amazing. KJ Osborne is probably one of the best 3s in the league. It all comes down to Kirky. That's really what it comes down to. That offense comes down to Kirk Cousins. It's like, which Kirk Cousins are you going to get? Primetime Kirk, or are you going to get, like, Sunday at 1:30, nobody's watching Kirk Cousins? As
That's
Andrew
fair.
looks for Waldo in the back of his microphone.
No, I apologize. I'm getting a lot of background feed, and I'm wondering if you guys can hear. So I'm trying to.
Oh
adjust
no, I
the fly
can't.
here.
No, I have the master feed. There's nothing, so we're good.
All right. Perfect then.
All right. So we've did one who wants to hug, most delusional, most violent, like most aggressive fan base.
I mean, can we? It's the Bills.
It's unanimous. Right? It's unanimous. It's unanimous.
It's gotta be the Bills.
I was gonna say the Eagles. The Bills are just violent. Bills are just violent.
Stocks full of batteries at Patriots fans when you're in Buffalo.
I thought they threw dildos at the Patriots fans.
No, it's like legitimately dangerous to walk around in a Patriots jersey at like in the Bills parking lot if you dare to wear one there. Like they will attack you. They are nuts up there.
Yeah, it's so funny because I get along with Bill because I love the Bills. They're one of the teams to root for when the Eagles aren't on because I'm a big Josh Allen guy and also Greg Rousseau from also obviously the U.
Sure.
But like I call them the real America's team because like unless you're a NFC East fan, AFC East fan, you really can't hate the Bills because like they're just fun. Like
Look,
and also like
fan, I can admit that
I've started to kind of hate on the Bills recently. I'm not gonna lie, Andrew. I'm kind of on this train. I just have a friend who is a Bills fan and is absolutely delusional.
Okay, I will back Samir though. Bills fans are getting a little out of control.
They're pumping. Their tires are getting pretty pumped up. Yes,
Well, because now everyone's like, "Oh, this is his Super Bowl to lose," whatever. Come on,
which
guys.
I think is it's a little outrageous considering how stacked the AFC is this year. One of like 5 teams has a legitimate shot to make a run.
Okay,
and one
so I have
flip
a
of a
really
coin or
wonky
injury.
I have a really wonky theory about the Super Bowl this year. It's going to be an NFC team that wins it because the AFC is going to be such a gauntlet of everyone beating the piss out of each other that by the time they get to the Super Bowl, the NFC team is going to be sitting there like, shit, y'all like you just went through a meat grinder. All right, we're going to run through you quick, and it's going to be over.
The AFC is going to be rough.
I mean, in a lot of sports, we saw it in the American League back when all of us were growing up, like with the Red Sox, Yankees. You had also like the Twins and the Angels and everything else. Were like it was a loaded, and also the Athletics as well. They had a loaded AFC, AL. While the NL was very like top heavy. There's a couple of sleepers. I think like usually the Cardinals, the Dodgers, the Diamondbacks when we were we were really young, and like now you just really go to like the NBA, the Western Conference, up until LeBron went there, where it was just ridiculously loaded. Now, it's like, it's a pre-Warriors dynasty, Warriors dynasty and above. Like the Western Conference has always been like brutal, but the East is kind of a
the East has turned into that because so you think about this the way the road the Celtics took to the finals this year. Some will say they had it easy because they didn't have to face Chris Middleton on the Bucks and Jimmy Butler.
I don't say they had an easy road. They did an easy road.
I said some. Let me get to my point.
Okay.
I'm not agreeing with the point, though. But people are saying that like, oh, they only got that because they didn't have to face Chris Middleton, and for some of the games, Jimmy Butler was hobbled and not playing 100%, even though he still went off in a couple. But I look at that, I said they still had to go to 7 games with these teams. It's not because they weren't good enough. It's because they were physical, hard-fought basketball games, and they were good games to watch. So I fully agree that you go through a hard road in the playoffs, especially whether it's emotionally, mentally, or physically. by the time you get to the end, it's going to have a factor on the team. Sure, you can say the team gained something by having to face adversity like that, but at the same time, you're just exhausted. It takes a toll both ways.
Fair. And so, to my point, really, is that I really think the AFC is going to eat each other this year. It's going to be ugly. You're going to have multiple AFC teams that are just going to be like, well, think about it. You have 3 divisions. The only division I don't think is competitive in the AFC is the South. I think it's the Colts to lose. I think the East, you're going to have at least the Dolphins trying to chew at Buffalo's neck. You're going to have the West, which is just basically going to eat itself. And then you have the North, which has got 3 teams that easily can win the division. So I guess my next thing is like, I don't know. It's like the Super Bowl is going to be weird. Bet it. Take your team futures, boys. Go heavy on NFC odds. Just start betting. Take the Giants at plus 750. Take the Eagles at 4-5. Take the freaking
Definitely
Cowboys.
take the Giants. That's a great bet this year.
Take the Cowboys at 5 even. Do what you got to do, because here's the thing. You got a better shot at one of those teams winning out of the NFC than the AFC, because it's going to be murderous going through it.
Well, and especially in a league like the NFL, where
birthday girl made it.
She made it on. Happy birthday, Beth.
Beth, we wished birthday earlier, but
happy birthday, Beth.
Editor-in-chief, Beth.
A birthday nap. Nothing like a birthday nap.
Oh, fuck yeah.
As well deserved.
I can't actually physically take naps. Like, my body won't allow me to do it. It really sucks.
I never could before, but now I can. I don't know why, but now I can.
I don't know.
I'm a very light napper. I nap very, very, very occasionally.
My version of a nap is throwing Netflix and closing my eyes for about like 45 minutes and getting up.
You're not old, Beth. Come on.
Beth, what are you, 25? Like, come on. Oh, God. And joining us now from his house in New York with tag-along, creeping around somewhere in the background, ladies and gentlemen, the host of the No Credentials Required podcast and the recently dissolved Round for the Weekends, one of the more holier guys here at Belly Sports to combat my chaos, Mr. Ryan McCarthy.
Oh, yeah.
What does that say? Jesus saves.
Leave it to the chaplain to drop like a freaking like religious.
He's here to bring Jesus to us.
Shazam! All we need to do is overload McCarthy is just to bring on Mookie to somehow stumble on here drunk, and we'll actually have like a legit like Antichrist triangle here.
Jeez.
Oh my God, Ryan! So we're talking about like delusional, crazy, out of control fan bases. We already did delusional. We did violent, and we did
ones you want to give a hug to,
and ones you want to give a hug to. We basically the Lions with the consensus for the give a hug to. Delusional. Samir said Eagles. I said Cowboys, and Andrew said Dolphins.
Well, no, I switched it to Seahawks. Remember Seahawks?
Switch to the Seahawks, which actually I agree more with. I think Dolphins.
Bags.
Dolphins just don't give a fuck. Now we're gonna switch to just irritating. They're not good. They just annoy the shit out of you. I've got mine. It's the Cleveland Browns.
So when you say not good, the team's not good, or the fan bases aren't good?
Oh no, the team is not good, but the fans act like they're the goddamn Patriots.
Thank you.
So shut the fuck up, Andrew. So I'm gonna start off the Browns. Okay, so the Browns fans to me are ridiculous. So Baker Mayfield, I am now a champion of the Baker Mayfield Defenders Club because of how this man has been royally fucked over by his fan base and his team. This man was basically tossed out into the garbage because he had one bad injured season, which every franchise quarterback in history has had in a season where their season was riddled by injuries. Brady missed all of 08. McNabb missed all of 7, 5, 8, 10, whatever. McNabb got hurt a lot. Michael Vick missed 03. You want to talk? I think what's his fucking Rodgers missed 2 or 3 seasons. Stafford missed a season. Franchise quarterbacks missed a season. Now I'm not saying Baker Mayfield is even on any of their level, but he's good enough to be considered a franchise quarterback. For the only quarterback that's gotten the damn Browns a playoff win since before I was born.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Browns fans, you get everything you're deserving this year.
Yes, Beth, only football fans we're talking. We're not trying to turn this into the hockey show.
Yeah, listen, we love you, Beth, but nobody gives a fuck about hockey once because the Avalanche are running steamrollers over the Lightning right now. It literally is it's kind of depressing, okay? Like the 4 overtime game, I turn on my TV at like 12:31 in the morning, and I see the Avalanche win. I'm like, son of a bitch.
I'm fine with it, honestly. I'd rather see the Avalanche.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. Like, I love both of these franchises.
Everybody hates greatness. I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't hate greatness. I just like right now. It's like I wanted to.
We need somebody different to win.
I don't care.
Everybody says that until their team is the great one, and then they say, "No, it's all about sustainability."
Okay, so I will say this, right? So I don't care about either fan base. I find both teams fun to watch. I have friends of both teams. Shot to Scotty Kaiser, possibly getting another ring in the last 8 months. My man's a Braves fan and an Avalanche fan. His Niners ain't gonna win shit for another 20 years, so you might as well get 2 in here. So my biggest thing with this was that, I have friends that are Bolts fans. I have 3 that are Bolts fans. You know what? Tampa's fun, and they knocked the Rangers into that playoffs. They automatically are fans of them. Yeah, that's McCarthy agrees. Me and McCarthy don't agree on much when it comes to hockey, but we both hate the Rangers. So you know what? There it is. And I was really
with the white hot passion of 1,000 burning suns. Yes.
Yeah, I hate them more than the Flyers as a Pens fan. That should scare you.
Ms. McCarthy, what is your hockey team though?
My hockey team is the New Jersey Devils.
Really?
I see. I was thinking you might be an Islanders guy.
So McCarthy, what if I told you I have 5 Martin Brodeur rookie cards?
I'm actually going through my cards right now, and I actually have this box set, 1992 Stadium Club. It has a Martin Brodeur in here.
I have the box set.
I got it for my 18th birthday.
I have the upper deck one and the Flair one. I'm not a hockey guy. My uncle had all these hockey cards because he was a big because that was when the Pens were dominant, obviously. So I got a couple Yagers, I got a couple of Lemieux, I got a lot. My uncle's favorite player, Kevin Stevens, and I got a ton of Brodeur rookie cards. Got a couple of Patrick Waz, Eric Lindros,
Scott Stevens bobblehead doll right there.
Ooh, nice.
Hey, speaking of baseball cards, can I throw a quick curveball in here?
Go for it, dude. This show is about hanging with the boys.
I know. I just didn't want to cut you off because
no, you're good. I start rambling.
So, but no, because I was listening to a local radio show up here, and they had Brandon Merriweather on, and he was telling the story because he was up here for a signing. He was doing a signing at some sort of collector's place or whatever. And he was talking to this guy who came up and brought a ton of he literally had every one of Brandon Merriweather's jerseys of every team he's ever played for back to college, and he wanted them signed. Exactly, yes. So the guy's obviously a collector, and in the middle of talking to Brandon, Brandon said that he just kind of stopped and looked. He goes, "I'm sorry, something just caught my eye over there. This place had a Mac Jones rookie card on sale for $20,000."
Wow.
And he said, "Hold on one second." He called up MJ's right there. Okay. He called up
his Skybox 1990.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's nice.
Awesome. Oh, you guys ever heard of Urlacher's new company, by the way, that estimates the value of your card for you?
I haven't. No, but that's not. I have.
It's called Leduc.com or whatever. It's awesome. I'll send you all the link afterward.
But so Brandon said he witnessed this guy get on the phone and call one of his collector buddies and say, "Hey, look, this is here for $20,000." And the guy on the other end of the phone says, "Yeah, that sounds about right. I just saw one sell for $70,000.
Mac Jones?
A Mac Jones rookie card sells for $70,000. Like that. Okay, so they said on the show, they said on the radio show, $500. That's worth, if you're a real collector. I mean, that's an investment that could turn out and make sense. But you're spending $70,000 on a guy coming into his second year in his rookie card. You're looking for realistically in your head, you're saying, okay, this is now a win if I can turn that $70,000 into 750 plus.
Okay.
That's gonna be your scale.
With $70,000, I could buy my new Trail Boss Silverado and then take me and Samir to Eagles Giants twice, within front row.
Yes,
that sounds pretty good, right?
But
you guys want to see an odd card?
Yeah.
I have.
Oh, it's a little blurry. What is that? What's the name on that?
It's Rocket Ismail.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
From when he played in the Canadian Football League.
Okay.
Damn that.
You got yourself a little collection over there, huh?
Leave it to Ryan to have. Like,
you got yourself a little collection over
like,
there.
literally
He's getting
have
his
a stadium.
fingerprints all over that, though, so that
Yeah,
works
right,
shit now.
I've had this collection for like years. I bought it at a card store in Waterford, New York for $5.99 back in the late 90s. I've had it ever since, and I have a bunch of it was like all Rocket and a bunch of other cards from the CFL. It's crazy.
I didn't even know CFL had trading cards, but actually it kind of makes sense because
this is actually probably the first and only set. Honestly.
Okay, I'm not going to type in the chat because apparently when I type in the chat from here, I'm typing as the Korner Booth Podcast and Belly Up Sports Facebook accounts. Whoops!
You got to put it in private chat. That's why.
But then I was saying outrageous, right?
Yeah, right. All right, so I will. Okay, so where the fuck were we?
I got one more for you.
All right.
And I'm going to tell you, Jerry, I probably got about another 15 minutes of me before I have to get off here and turn my AC on because I am sweating. And my AC is way too loud right next to my desk.
No, dude, trust me. I have the filter will be fine. We'll try. Oh, Michael Jordan, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Okay.
Oh, my God. That's worth some fucking cash, dude. Yeah, McCarthy, you want to Silverado?
Oh, Kevin Wilson's joining us. Kevin, you missed it when I said Seattle was the most delusional fan base.
Kevin, I have a rare one. I have one of those clear plastic Malone Lakers cards. Now you wouldn't think that'd be worth a lot, but it apparently it's really fucking rare. So
you would have a card.
I want Billy Ripken's
personal.
I want Billy Ripken's baseball card with the obscenity.
So, one of my best ones. Oh, there! Wow.
It's not his rookie card, but it is autographed Cal Ripken.
God damn.
So here's the story behind this, though. So back when I was in like 7th grade, no, earlier than that, I was like 5th grade actually. It was kind of cool back then to mail a baseball card of your favorite player to them, and they would sign it and send it back. Like
you can still do that.
I know you can.
You can still
that's
do
how
that.
I got this one because we made him feel so bad. Because when I did that for Cal Ripken, I'm in like 5th grade at the time. I didn't really understand that a rookie card of Cal Ripken's could be like super valuable. So I mailed him his rookie card to sign and send it back to me. Whoever opened his mail kept it and sent me back some printed signed letter saying thank you. And I never saw the card again. And just a couple of years ago, we reached out and contacted Cal Ripken's team and said, like, this has happened. We just basically made the sob story sound so intense that he just sent a signed card back. So now I got a Cal Ripken signed card.
Indeed.
I also have a Derek Jeter GCL Yankees card.
Ooh.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, we got to get you on that site to see what your cards are worth. That should be a whole episode right there. Just Ryan sitting here inputting his cards and see what they're worth.
Ryan's going to literally have a mansion at Newport by next week if he just starts selling this shit off.
Screw that. I'm going to Hawaii.
You've obviously never been to Newport.
I've never been to Newport.
I've been to Newport.
And I've never been to Boston in the fall. Name that tune.
I can't.
Here we go. I got something. I got something for Beth.
Here we go.
So
Oilers. I saw the Oilers.
That's Wayne.
There's Wayne.
There it is.
This camera needs better focus. But I gotta see which year it is. Hang on. This is 81. Wow. 1981 tops.
Nice.
Yeah, you got some juicy stuff there, man.
And that's just what he's showing us. I'd love to know what he's still like just flipping through on his fingers there, because I'm sure there's some good stuff he's just choosing not to show us too.
Boys, here's a rare one. I have a phone calling card of Drew Bledsoe. $1.
Oh. Look at that.
Where's Kevin? Kevin's gonna come flying out of the
give me that card. I will pay you
everything. Some Drew Bledsoe.
Kevin is like obsessed.
Give me my life savings.
Kevin is like weirdly obsessed with Drew Bledsoe. Has never made any sense to me whatsoever.
It's not bad. It's not a bad quarterback to be obsessed with.
I would say Drew Bledsoe. If you're a lifer, hardcore Patriots fan, I mean, Drew Bledsoe brought them to their first modern Super Bowl. That they actually should have had a shot, and then they choked it away just like they did in '86 to the Bears.
Yeah, the only quarterback I can compare Drew Bledsoe to who has a faster release is Dan Marino.
He didn't have a fast release. He just had terrible
Marino,
decision making.
Bledsoe had a super quick release. I remember that so well.
Yeah, I just hated his. Maybe it was the offensive coordinator at the time, but I thought Bledsoe's decision making was very flawed, personally.
Wait, who's
but I was also a young kid then, so
yeah,
it's. I don't like the throws this guy is making.
That's super. That's
2020 when you're like 10 years old.
That '98 Super Bowl that they lost to the Packers. That was the first for me. So that was in like second grade then or something like that. I forget how old I was, but that was the first moment that I remember being like physically sad about sports. Like, because I was like, oh, I'm going to stay up and watch the Patriots, they win. And then they lost and they got crushed. And I just remember that was the first time I went to school the next day, woke up and just said, like, forget today. Like, today doesn't need to happen. Like, I just don't want to be here.
It's
today.
okay. I had that when your Patriots did that to my Eagles in 2004. So
that was a fantastic time.
Yeah, it was.
that was me. That was me for the last 20 years as a Jets fan.
If that football is 5 feet lower, LJ Smith scores, and we have a whole different conversation right now.
There's so many ifs. If David Tyree didn't have bubblegum on his helmet, then the
According
Patriots
to Justin Timberlake. Oh my God.
There's so many ifs.
So one thing we kind of greased over was Joel Embiid trying to recruit Kevin Durant. Now Kevin Durant's like considering like all
he's
his
not
options.
leaving. Kyrie's not going to leave.
So you're not buying any of this what's his face? Durant leaving?
No. It would be nice. It'd be nice if he came to the Celtics. That's
if Kyrie leaves, I think Durant will leave because I don't think
Kyrie's going to leave though. I've thought about it. It seems like he's definitely going to stay. Why would you turn down all that money and go back to LeBron? You want to go back to LeBron? Is that what it is? But you've been, him and KD have been so outwardly like, oh, this is my brother. I love it. Ride or die, yada, yada. And you go out of your way to start a super team here in Brooklyn with your boy, and then you're going to leave to go back to LeBron after you wanted to leave because you said you wanted to be considered the leader of a team while LeBron was at the Cavs, and then you're just going to be like, I'll be little brother again. To be honest, Kyrie, you're better as little brother. We all know that.
He certainly is.
But
I think his head has gotten too big to be little brother, though.
Boy.
I don't think Kyrie is capable of playing that role anymore. He believes he is too big now.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah.
I will say one of my biggest things about this is I just saw something right now.
I don't watch basketball, and I don't believe that.
The word on the street is now that Kevin Durant will not ask for trade even if Kyrie dips. So I kind of buy that. I mean, I feel with Durant, like the Nets have enough space. If they get rid of Kyrie, they could easily go get like another tier 2 guy. And like they may not be like the best team in the East, but if KD goes off, then like they could beat anybody.
I think KD needs a tier 1 guy.
Oh yeah.
He's only ever been able to win when he's had Steph. When he's he needs a tier 1 guy.
Fair enough. All right, so a little college football news. Arch Manning has finally declared he is going to be going to Texas. Going to Texas.
Whoa.
I do not like Texas, obviously. I almost went there actually for college. Ironically. So according to multiple sources and of course the official announcement, Arch Manning, the nephew of Peyton and Eli, Tom Brady's dad and son, and also the number 1 quarterback recruit, I think, in next year's class, has officially committed to Texas. He will be backing up Quinn Ewers next year, who is going to be the starter, I think, this year for Texas. And, so there you go. I did not see Texas coming. I really thought it was Georgia. That was my attaboy.
I didn't see Texas either. I think they got to be going to the SEC. I think it's going to be Texas wants to move to the SEC, be the next big football school, whatever, come back. That's what they're going to want to do. Will it work?
$1 million.
I don't know.
shout out to our boy Kevin. His poll over at Quad Tailgate. You can check it on Twitter. Asked, is this going to make Texas a SEC contender? And the options were yes, no, or horns down. So, my response, horns down. Yeah, it ain't going to make it back. Listen, Texas's problems go beyond getting one all-pro recruit, all-world recruit, okay? Like, it's...
Yeah. And let's just... the SEC is...
There's a difference between the passing league known as the Pac-12 and, not Pac-12 actually can play defense. There's a difference between the passing league known as the Big 12 and the SEC. The Big 12 is the worst division in college football of like the Big 5 schools.
I think that's probably fair. Yeah. But I just think it's outrageous that any of these teams from another conference, I know Texas is a bigger name, but to say just because they go into the SEC, they have a shot to be like a top 3 team, I think that's outrageous. The SEC is already established. Like those teams are already there at the top, and they're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
like,
Bama, LSU, Georgia, they run that shit. Like
fun for them, fun for Texas, but you need to get some studs on defense if you're going to compete in the SEC.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could get all the 5-star wide receivers and running backs and offensive linemen you want. But in that league, you have to play defense, elite defense, like NFL level defense to compete.
Exactly, Kevin Wilson. If they can't,
Kevin's getting a little aggressive right here.
He is. Woo. But that's why I enjoy my time on shows with Kevin.
I just told you, Kevin, they need a defense.
I never met. Okay, so backstory. I never met Kevin until me and him had a little powwow for my usual podcast development director duties. So I had a whole meeting with him about a bunch of things, and honestly, Kevin's a really fucking cool dude. So, oh yeah. So yeah, 1, Kevin, you're totally fucking right. 2, 2. Here's the thing about Texas, and this is the biggest problem. McCarthy had in the head. They have to actually have a good linebacker. They haven't had a solid here are their last 2
since 2004.
Their last 2 pro prospects who are defensive players.
Okapo.
3. I'll give you 3. Michael Griffin, who fizzled out really quick. Brian Arakpo, who is basically an Asgardian in human flesh.
Yeah.
And then Earl Thomas, who last we heard of him was having a threesome with his brother and a mistress. So, not great company, Texas.
Not gonna lie, I didn't say that, but you ruined my night with that one, man.
Andrew, I don't think anything can ruin your night tonight.
That's very true.
Oh man. Oh, I love Texas. But I gotta give up.
Now he's coming after A&M, man. He's shooting shots all across the bow to everybody now.
I will ask this as we have 3 Star Wars. Andrew, are you a Star Wars guy? I completely forgot to ask.
So I don't know like all the details, the ins and outs, but it's like I know.
Did you watch it? Is everyone here caught up on Kenobi?
Yeah,
I haven't watched it.
I have not.
Oh my God,
I haven't watched it. Period. I don't have Disney Plus.
Okay, but can I say this?
I gotta say this though. I just want to give a joke. I did have a Mandalorian as a personal trainer once. In our first session, he looked at me and said, "This is the weight."
Nice, nice.
Very nice.
Welcome. Andrew's gone.
Andrew, go turn on your AC unit and come there.
That joke sucked. I'm out of here.
I'm gonna boot you. Just go get your AC unit on. Come back.
What was that?
Go turn your AC unit on. Come back.
I mean, this is why I'm not turning it on, man. Because it's right here.
No, that's fine.
That's fine. I don't give a shit. We'll talk louder.
Just put yourself on mute when you're not talking.
Yeah.
I do gotta go though.
Problem solved.
All righty. You are out though?
I am out though, but as always, this has been fun. I love
Buddy,
coming on the call.
love you. Thank you for coming through.
So enjoy the rest of the time, Ryan.
Happy divorce,
Hi,
Ryan.
Andrew.
Happy divorce, Andrew.
It's all right here.
Yeah.
Takes the paperwork.
Jesus.
All right, peace out,
This is
guys.
the content we need.
Adios.
All right, buddy. Peace. Oh my God, that was funny as hell.
I will
actually
say though, for anybody who was thinking about watching Obi-Wan, you should. I Okay, so it won me over big time because the first couple episodes I really did not enjoy, and then it just kept going along, and then the last episode was like genuinely fantastic, like top shelf Star Wars content.
All right.
Like even if you don't want to watch the whole show, you can watch the last episode and be like, "This is freaking really, really good,"
Oh, yeah.
and know what's going on. They did really well with the constraints that they had, like time, and you know what I mean. I think it was really good, man.
So by the way, you will get me and Samir's full review of it on Tuesday on our Corner Booth episode. Or Monday, whenever we record the episode. I think Monday, well, we'll figure it out. Either way, Obi-Wan Kenobi was a great series. McCarthy, you should definitely watch it. It was a good time. So I will say this though, with the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, Samir, so we don't spoil it for McCarthy. You know what? Some of the episodes annoyed me, but like at this point, I was just happy seeing Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen play their roles. That made me happy. Because Christensen was ridiculed and ruined by this toxic sludge fest. You know what? Fuck it. We talked about toxic fan bases. The worst is Star Wars fans. Y'all are scum. Y'all are
so
galactic
bad.
scum. Okay, y'all bullied Daisy Ridley and what the girl plays Rose off of social media for years. Daisy Ridley just started a social media account last month. It's 2022. She deleted her Instagram after Last Jedi because of the harassment from fans. Yes, blame Rian Johnson and those shithead writers. Do not blame her. She read the lines. And here's the thing: is Daisy Ridley is actually a very good writer, a very good director. I mean, actor. Every movie I've seen her, she's actually very good, except for that one with Tom Holland, but that wasn't her fault. That movie is fucking terrible. I will say this.
Yeah, people just throw fits when they don't get what they want, and it's like even if you don't get what you want, literally go home and lay down in bed.
Here's one thing I saw. It was a take. Do not fall in love with Star Wars and the characters and the movies. Fall in love with the story, and I agree with that. I love the stories that are Star Wars. I love certain characters. So politically, I don't agree with Pedro Pascal at all. But his character is one of my top 2 favorite Star Wars characters. Tamara Morrison plays my favorite Star Wars character of all time. And I don't give a fuck what, like, because you have to separate actors and people. It's a story. And what these numbskulls don't understand is these people are people. Hayden Christensen quit acting for 10 fucking, or almost 30, 15? Somewhere between 15 to 20 years, he quit acting. He did Jumper after Revenge of the Sith. That movie was and that's it. So, yeah, thank you. Beth said it perfectly. Separate the art from the artist.
Okay, well, not always.
Yes.
I want to say not always.
In movies, yes. If they don't have a director's credit, yes.
I mean, what are we talking about here? Separating the art from the artist based on political beliefs, or we don't like Ansel Elgort because he does bad things. We know that.
Well, here's the thing is, like, you can't tell it to like, listen, I didn't even know the Ansel Elgort thing. I want to hear about that after the show. I'm saying in the case of Star Wars, because we're attacking Star Wars fans right now. My biggest problem with Star Wars fans is that they go after these actors and actresses who have nothing to do with how the movie's fucking written.
Right, yeah.
Rian Johnson should be sued by every actor who had to partake in The Last Jedi. J.J. Abrams should sue his ass.
I mean,
J.J. tossed this dude a layup. Say what you want about the sequels, but The Force Awakens was a nice movie. It was a decent movie. It was a solid 7 out of 10. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was good. And it was fun. It was enjoyable. It was entertaining. It was just in a fan service where it was alive. But we all knew, like, there were certain things like, oh, Han Solo died. Harrison Ford said he did not want to be part of Star Wars anymore. He was done. So we knew that was going to happen. Him coming back for the end of Rise of Skywalker, totally acceptable to me. And apparently his paycheck. So what I say is with Star Wars fans, my biggest thing is, like, I think Disney did F up Star Wars a little bit when they over PC'd it. Like, come on. Slave 1 is Boba Fett's ship. It's not the Spitfire gunship. Stop. It's Slave 1. Okay? It's been that name since 1978 or 9, whenever the hell
1980.
Back, 1980, when Return of the Jedi came out.
When I was 2 years old.
It's like, you can't call it Slave 1. It's like slavery happened in every first and second world country in the world up until about 1890, 60. Still happens in some countries.
There's more slaves in the entire world than there was back in our time.
And there you go. So here's the thing: it's just a word. And on top of all this shit, right? It bugs me. It just bugs me how people let a movie. It's just a fucking movie. You don't like it, turn it off. And that's I don't know. That's my complaint about Star Wars fans. I think they are the most toxic fans in all of entertainment sports.
I have a perfect solution for it.
There you go.
Get off social media.
Yeah.
I wish I could, but I've got stuff to.
We do it for a job. It's part of our job. Yeah,
it is part of our job. But social media has ruined the Star Wars franchise because fans have their opinions. Great, you have your opinion. Shut up. Watch the film. Like, let this be part of your childhood again. Like, I mean, yeah, I had problems with. I saw with 7, 8, and 9, and 1, 2, and 3 because I saw 1, 2, and 3 when I was in my 20s. And also with 7, 8, and 9.
I was 6 when I saw.
No,
I was 4. I was 4 when I saw episode 1. Holy shit!
Getting old sucks. But anyway, no, but people find ways on social media to ruin things, and I absolutely, positively hate this timeline. I said it on Mondays. No credentials required. Like, get me out of this timeline. Get me out of this timeline.
Check it out, by the way. Episodes on everything. Everything. You guys are on Amazon Prime, Amazon Pod too, right?
Yeah, we're on pretty much everything. Yeah, and actually, I meant to mention that. I'm actually stopping the morning cup. It's having a full-time job and trying to do a daily podcast is kind of exhausting.
It's a pain in the ass. I thought about doing it. I'm like, with the new job starting and the fact that Samir and Matt have lives and full-time jobs.
Yeah.
Unless you want to hear my dumbass talk for 2 hours, which nobody wants to hear.
I only cut to half an hour and it's still exhausting.
Samir gets sick of me after 45 minutes, so
I'm not shocked.
Yeah. I plead the fifth.
Samir, what do you think about all this? I mean, you've been kind of quiet about all this stuff. What do you think about Star Wars fan bases and all this stuff?
So pretty much, what you've been saying is mostly true. I agree. Star Wars fans, a lot of it is this entitlement to thinking that it's theirs. And I understand, as a fan, when you're a fan of something, and you love it for so long, and then they're doing a reboot or, it's coming back, it's getting traction again. You kind of want to gatekeep low key. I understand. Mm-hmm. But now it's to the point where it's like, I want to gatekeep it so there's only white people in Star Wars. That's where a lot of the hate comes. I mean, that's just what it's been. Like, the hate for Obi-Wan was literally because of Third Sister being a black woman.
My hate for her character is the fact of her character. It's not because of her as a person.
And Jared, I don't know if we talked about this on the show.
It should just be British.
Did not yet.
Only British. Only Brits. Only Brits.
Okay.
Only Brits and Australians and New Zealanders.
So then Mace Windu and then Yoda and Plo Koon. All these characters don't exist because they don't talk like. Oh, and also Hayden Christensen.
Canadian, basically English.
But basically American. Shut the fuck up.
I think the Third Sister was underwhelming the first few episodes, but that last episode she was great, and we can all admit she was super great.
Oh no, she redeemed her whole. I hated her up until episode 6 because
for sure, me too.
Her acting, it was not her acting. Her character and her arc and everything else fucking annoyed me. I'm like, I want this bitch dead. That's the problem. I was like, Jesus, I hate this.
I can agree with that.
I want a bunch of stormtroopers to open up on her like it's like the scene from Predator. But then she redeems herself in episode 6, and her acting was always on point, and her character arc was great. So that's the point about that's what about Star Wars. I never said shit about it. I never tweeted it. I never harassed her character. I didn't like how Star Wars like you're racist if you don't like your character. Like, no, her character's written like shit. It's not her fault. Like, it's not the actress.
Well, no, Jared, you have to understand that like they were getting hate from
I know
directly because
that's
she
the
was
worst.
black. If you don't like the character, that's fine also by me. Yes.
Yeah. My biggest thing was like I didn't like the character because of how it was written. I didn't give a shit about the actress herself. She could have been a white, Spanish, Asian, doesn't matter to me. Her acting was not the problem. It was the fact how the character was fucking written. It was fucking terrible.
Right. And then a lot of people go and argue that the inclusion of a black woman in a Star Wars movie means that they're pushing some liberal agenda down people's throats.
I
doesn't make any sense.
I raised you Mace Windu, Lando Calrissian, Finn. I know I'm missing one.
And people love finding things to freak out about. Another thing, the same-sex kiss in Lightyear, guys. I saw Lightyear, bro. I didn't even notice it. I didn't even know.
Who gives a fuck? I have friends that are.
It was like so.
Yeah, I have friends that are gay. They like literally kiss in front of him. Like, oh, good. You're just as miserable as my parent, as every married couple in America is. Who cares?
Lightyear's good.
Love is love, baby. You can't complain. Happy Pride Month. There's my Happy Pride Month moment right there. Love is love.
But, yes, there you go. But go see Lightyear if you like Pixar and space stuff because there's a lot of.
I am finally going to go see Top Gun tomorrow, really so that's my.
I was gonna go on Tuesday, but I was too lazy and I missed.
Basically got held up, and then I look at the clock. It's 5:00, so matinee prices were out the door. I was like, I'm not paying full price. Fuck that shit. To go see a movie by myself. Fuck that.
Yeah, no. $6 Tuesdays for AMC are absolutely.
Oh my god,
killer,
dude!
Bro.
The Southbury movie theater, $7 anytime before 4:00. I've seen every movie I wanted to see. I'll just take a day off from whatever job I had. I've seen every Marvel movie I wanted to see. I've seen Creed, Venom. I've seen a Star Wars movie. Like I've done everything I wanted to see. I just go on like a day off during the weekday at like 11 a.m. or 1. So tomorrow I gotta go boot shopping for my new job because apparently OSHA violation if you don't have steel toe hikers. I'm like, all right, great. But I'm gonna go see Top Gun at 1:00 and I'll be hype as fuck.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I might do that next Tuesday when it's $6. But
sweet. And hopefully we can do an episode maybe Monday or Wednesday and we can break it down.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, right. So Star Wars, that's kind of everythly's off my chest with Star Wars there.
Fair enough. All right, boys.
I love Star Wars. The fans are annoying.
So here's the thing. So Andrew never did his dartboard because he dipped because, he had other things to attend to. We're going to do something different. We're outside today. It's a positive day. I smoked half of my very expensive cigar. We had a good time. You know what? We're going to be positive. Samir, I know you endorsed this as well. I sent you the exact story I'm going to talk about, but I want to hear, Samir, what do you got that's positive in sports today? You got something you're feeling good about?
I just kind of want to give someone a pat on the back who needs it. And that person's Joey Gallo. And here's why.
Okay.
A lot of people out there, and specifically I'll call out Kevin.
Do it.
Kevin's at a wedding right now.
Are like so outspoken about how Joey Gallo stinks. He's not the player he used to be, whatever. He shows up to the Yankees, he disappears, whatever. Sure, you can say that all you want. Sure, say it. He was bad last year. But for all those who don't remember, just about a year ago, he was the hottest hitter on the planet. Mm-hmm. And he changed his stance up a little bit, and he's hitting way better in the past 10 games. He's OPSing 812. His WRC plus is way up. He's been hitting really, really well. And you know what? For a guy who has been who has rolled with the punches with New York media so much, because New York media tears this guy apart. And all he does is be self-aware, be very lighthearted, and just take it on the chin. And now that the team's doing really well and he's starting to somewhat improve, props, man. Keep it going. We need you. We need that bat. If we want to win the World Series, we need you. So you know what, Joey Gallo? Keep doing your thing, brother.
Amen. McCarthy, got some positive to do on this Thursday evening?
Yeah, I do. I'm looking forward to the NHL draft, which is next week. I actually I have 4 prospects I'm interviewing for the next episode. No credentials required. So I'll be interviewing 4.
Beautiful.
We will
Possible
retweet
draft
all of
picks.
them. They'll be on the Corner Booth Twitter, by the way. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely tweet that out. I got all the media sheets today for my contact. It's awesome. So we're getting there.
Nice, man.
So can't wait for the NHL draft. Can't wait to see which player the New Jersey Devils draft at spot number 2. Also, there's a lot of positive vibes in the New York Jets world right now, which is I've just been different from the last decade. And I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in training camp. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen this season. I have a feeling it's going to be a big turnaround in terms of wins. And there's a whole lot of positivity in training camp. And yes, that even includes Boomer Esiason's thing about
Boomer.
About
Boomer.
About
Team
Mekhi
McCarthy all
Becton's
day.
About Mekhi Becton's alleged DoorDash receipt from Buffalo Wild Wings, which is like, guys, is it a slow news day at WFAN? Come on.
It's
I'm gonna
always
ignore
a slow
that.
news day at a shitty radio station.
I'm gonna ignore that because it's all positivity, baby. New
All
York
positivity.
Jets, we're coming.
I have
Watch out
them
for
winning
us.
9 games this year, McCarthy.
My ceiling is 10. My floor is 6.
Nice. Alrighty. I have a really good feel good story. I sent this to Samir. Samir, I don't know if you saw this yet. So those who don't know, who remember, Chris Henry was a very talented receiver who played for the Cincinnati Bengals during the TJ Houshmandzadeh, Chad Johnson, Carson Palmer years. Chris Henry died unexpectedly when he was in his early 30s, late 20s. Pac-Man Jones, one of his close personal friends, very rough NFL career, right? Pac-Man Jones adopted
and brief wrestling career.
Adopted all of his kids. They now all live with Pac-Man. Pac-Man has gone to every college. Is now going to every college visit that his kid goes with for schools. So today, of course, I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan. His son, Chris Henry Jr., went to the U for his visit, and him, Mario Cristobal, Pac-Man are all there. And it's really cool to see a guy who was considered a villain in the NFL because he was like, he always had these problems, but it's like he has been a role model and a father to these kids. And that is what is amazing to me. I saw the story. I heard about it, and then I saw it because I'm like, oh, Chris Henry II. I'm like, wait, that can't be. I'm like, oh, it is his, because Chris Henry's kid looks identical to Chris Henry. To the point where it's like, holy shit. Like, what the, like, and so to see a guy who, like Pac-Man Jones, who was basically vilified and told after the strip club shooting and all the other NFL issues he got into, this man has become a father figure and a mentor to these young kids who is now, one of them's going to play D1 football. Apparently Henry's leaning towards Miami, which is, I would be honored to have this kid in the roster. I watched his tape. He is honestly a freak athlete like his dad was. And, you know, it's just really cool to see an athlete post sports just take it upon himself in his personal life to be that guy that a kid or kids need. So, you know what? Shout out to Pac-Man Jones, man. You know what? Like, you were a hell of a corner and a hell of a kick returner, but dude, you're apparently a hell of a parent. So fuck yeah.
Shout out
Pac-Man. So that's
Thank you,
my
Pac-Man.
that's
Love
my
you,
feel-good
Pac-Man.
moment. I also have a second one too. You boys will love this. Marvel nerds in the building. Chris Hemsworth wants to go for another 6 years as Thor because he wants to beat Hugh Jackman's record for most years and as a character. And so I love
true?
What?
Is that true?
Yeah,
are they making more Thor movies then?
Well, here's the thing: is like they can make it into the Thor trilogy. Who gives a shit? But to me, I love it. Thor's my favorite superhero. If you guys don't know, I literally have lightning bolts tattooed up my right arm or left arm.
No, we know.
I'm getting more tattooed right here probably. Love Thor. It's my favorite character. Chris Hemsworth is one of my favorite actors. And I love it. And it was definitely a nice bright spot to my day, seeing that he's like, yeah, I want to play under 6 years because I have to beat Hugh's record as Wolverine. So I'm like, fuck yeah. Because here's the thing is, Thor, the way Hemsworth plays him, is such a character where there's so much room to work with. And I'm totally okay with it. So awesome. Thank you, Mr. Hemsworth. Thank you for giving us more years of Thor.
One more good story.
Okay.
More positive story. Major League Baseball teams can now be sponsored by CBD companies.
And that's a perfect time to drop shameless plug, dropping our friends over at candidips.com. Promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off. I run through 10 of these every week. Now I'm starting my new job in an office building. I don't have to worry about just, I have one right now, obviously. I love their stuff. The wintergreen, by the way, tastes just like wintergreen, which for all my fellow rednecks out there, that is a godsend. Also the peach slaps, those are citrus, taste like Starbursts. I haven't had a bad flavor from them yet. So yeah, CandiDipsCBD.com, promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off. It's an amazing company, and yeah,
Made in the US, telling you right. Made in the USA too.
Made in the USA.
You're supporting
it's
the
so
USA.
Good.
I would hear that, man. The USA
company, baby. USA.
Also, shout out to our other sponsor, obviously, our good friends over at eatsfisher.com. They're pro sponsors of ours for years on end. You want amazing sunglasses like this? They are Jared-proof sunglasses. These I wear to jobs. I wear these driving my work truck. I left these in my work truck for 3 months, and they're still basically scratch-free. Me being a dickhead, I may have dropped them into a Marvel machine or two. But promo code Korner Booth for 10% off eatsfisher.com. Listen, they're just good sunglasses. My man Angel Leduc can tell you, so can McCarthy. Samir, we got to get you in a pair. Samir, we got to petition them to do a prescription pair for you.
Yeah, I don't think they'll listen to me.
I feel like if you pay them enough money, they would do.
No, do this. Get the frames, then get the prescription lenses in there.
Yeah, but how do you get the prescription these lenses? They have
the other ones.
They have what's it called? They have very what's it called styles. They have very like the Ray-Ban styles like you have for eyeglasses right now.
I see.
Yeah, so Andrew, those are the ones he bought when he won our contest back in Christmas. That's how I actually met Andrew, by the way. I never met this kid, and he won our sunglasses contest. Him and my boy Heck.
But something I am definitely in the market for like more sports glasses because I keep wearing these when I hoop and it's a little too much. They're gonna break soon.
You know what?
So
you're
not a contacts guy whatsoever, right?
No. You know what you need is you need the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes,
goggles.
Yeah, I think that
Rex goggles. I love it.
Specs, baby.
Yeah,
my brother wore those for years.
That's amazing. You know what? Honestly, so it's so funny, right? So I luckily for me, God bless me with great vision, right? My hearing is pretty good except for tonight. So by the way, that concert I went and saw after I saw you, I have tinnitus in my right ear because of it still. It's been like 3.5 months.
Damn.
It was that loud. My right ear is literally it still like pulses every couple of hours. Sense of taste goes in and out. I'm a damn good cook, but yet my sense of taste is kind of shit. Sight though, I was blessed. Like, dude, I have like Falcon level sight. It's kind of crazy. So can't relate on the glasses, fellas. Not trying to rub it in. But hey, listen, y'all are both more handsome gentlemen than me, so you got a little blessing over me there.
I'll take it.
There you go. Also, a new Thor: Love and Thunder trailer dropped on IMDb as of 6 hours ago. So, another one. I will be going to see that movie opening night. I may or may not literally leave our episode of Korner Booth Pregame and literally go right straight to the movie theater in Southbury to go watch it.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Doctor Strange yet, but now it's on Disney.
It's on Disney Plus. I'll probably watch it tomorrow.
I might check it out. I do have something to say though about the state of movies and Marvel. They gotta stop. I don't I used to be the biggest Marvel guy. I love comics. I do love comics and superheroes and all this. But they're really monopolizing Hollywood and movies, and I can't say I'm a fan of it as an independent filmmaker myself.
So
Them renting out 70 theaters for one showing of Multiverse of Madness when there are literally tens of movies that are better than it, hundreds of movies that are better than it.
So I will double up on this, Samir. So Spider-Man, Thor, flagship superheroes that they have. I get the hype. Doctor Strange, dude, the first movie was half a flop. Honestly, doing it normally and then releasing it on Disney Plus is probably the best thing could have done because honestly, it's a mid-tier movie. I've seen half of it already through like TikTok and spoilers, and I just don't give a shit. But I'm gonna go watch it probably tomorrow. And here's the thing: maybe Saturday. I think I'm gonna watch it because I love Benedict Cumberbatch as an actor. He was great as Smog. He was great in the Imitation Game too.
He was great as Smog.
He's an actor.
And honestly, like I did love him as Doctor Strange in the Avengers movies. But here's the thing: is like to me, it's like I just don't care. It's to me, it's like I get going crazy for the flagship guys like Thor, Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, Wolverine, Deadpool, whatever. Like go for the guys that really pull in the dollars. But Doctor Strange, you're really stretching it there. Also, can we also talk about how bad the movie The Eternals was? It's been on Disney Plus for almost 3 months. I haven't even looked at it yet.
I have not watched it. I don't really intend to. I don't know, because Chloe Zhao is a great director. I don't know why she decided to do that movie. Interesting career choice. I mean, she can go get the bag after winning Best Picture, sure. But come on, Chloe Zhao, you're better than that. Because I don't know if you guys watched either The Rider or Nomadland, but they're both really.
I heard Nomadland was incredible.
Yeah, it's fantastic. They're just both really good, like emotional, grounded, like realistic, really well shot films, and it's like how the move from that to a big blockbuster action sci-fi thing was bold for sure.
See, this is why I love talking movies with you, Samir, because you are part of the industry. You are getting into it right now. So you have a very grounded, like almost artistic look at movies, which is nice because me and McCarthy, you know, we're both men who love our nerdy culture, you know, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Star Trek, Marvel, whatever. But
I love it too. You know,
I know you do. That's where your love of this came from. But you also have a more realistic look at it because you look at it from it's also a business at the same time. It's not just a entertainment.
Yeah. Oh, it's a business.
Oh yeah. So I will say this about Marvel though. I think Marvel learns very quickly with the Black Widow movie that they can't always hit a home run. And that's the problem.
They don't need to just because
like their
Disney
series
and they'll get the most theaters, so they'll make the
all
most
their
money,
series were good. Like so, I really enjoy. So I loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought WandaVision was decent. Loved Loki. Really enjoyed Hawkeye. I'm not gonna lie. Not just because I've had a crush on Haley Steinfeld since I was 22, but also like her and Jeremy Renner's chemistry on scene was very good. I love the character arc. Also, like, come on, Florence Pugh as Yelena is hysterical.
Marvel still owes us a Hawkeye Ronin movie.
Oh yes,
it has to be rated R. It has to be rated R, like Logan was. I think honestly that would be just basically talking Renner into doing it. So
yeah, I don't know. They'll do that.
Yeah, see, Beth, I agree. I really did love Hawkeye, not just because I'm in love with the lead actress, but whole nother ballgame. But honestly, like I did thoroughly enjoy it. Honestly, I wish I watched it at Christmas time because I probably would enjoy it more. But I happened to watch it on a week I had off. By the way, boys, season 3 of Ted Lasso is coming around the pipe. Y'all excited?
Haven't seen it.
Yeah, I've seen.
What?
I don't have Apple TV.
I rented it for a month because that's like $4, literally just for that.
So I've seen the first 4 episodes of Ted Lasso, and I think it's fun. I think it's pretty good.
Yes, Beth, believe.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it pretty.
Also,
So
I
maybe
love-
I'll keep watching. Right now, the things that I have on my docket / have watched recently. Stranger Things I watched. I don't know if you've gotten my take on Stranger Things. I'm just like, it's kind of mid and too long. And it's reached the point where it feels like an MCU movie.
Yes,
kind
that
of the
is what I've
middest way
heard from all.
possible.
I'm not a Stranger Things guy, but I have friends who are, and they've said to me, it's like it's turned into like an MCU kind of thing at this point.
It literally has.
It's become a too big. It's becoming a too big to be good kind of movie.
Yes. Too big. Yes, they got a little too ambitious, and it's the only show that is half semi good on Netflix. Therefore, they have to milk it for everything it's worth and make every episode an hour 15, whatever.
Trash.
Yeah,
Netflix is trash.
Netflix is trash.
Oh
we
my
can
God.
all agree on that.
Netflix, the only way it's going to make money is if it starts dropping its price down like $8 again, and be a value streaming service, because they have nothing that's worth our time.
Do you know what they're trying to do? Do you hear what they're trying to do? They want to try to do because their stock price dips so harsh. It's down like 40% since the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Instead of having people binge watch, they're gonna release 2 episodes weekly instead of putting all.
So they're finally learning from Disney Plus how to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as much as I hate Disney Plus doing that, it's like it makes me like actually enjoy them. Yeah, and Beth, if Netflix starts, I don't pay for Netflix anymore.
I'm done with Netflix.
I said to my parents, I'm like, listen, you guys want to keep Netflix? They love the shows on there. Y'all take Netflix. I'll take HBO Max because I get to watch.
HBO Max way better. Way better.
HBO Max.
Watch
slaps.
Hacks on HBO. Watch Hacks. It's really good.
Which one?
Hacks.
Hacks. Right now, I apparently everyone tells me I have to go watch. What's that movie about that's based off of the Fox News family?
I don't know.
Succession?
Yes. I apparently watched that.
People
I love Entourage,
Succession.
obviously.
Barry. Gotta watch Barry.
Anything DC. I'm not really a big horror. So Barry, I'd have to really just get into a mood for. But also, they got every.
Barry's really good.
So it's like
I still haven't watched Shoresy yet. I gotta watch Shoresy. I've heard good things.
Yeah,
about
I haven't watched Shoresy.
I'm gonna actually start Shoresy tonight. I'm actually very excited. So
I might as well too.
I've heard not.
There's no hockey on tonight.
McCarthy, we'll review it together.
Let's do it.
Come on, McCarthy. I'll come on the next episode of No Credentials Required. You need some filler time, and I will review it with you.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Because as a fellow Letterkenny stan, I will review it. Letterkenny to me is one of my top 10 favorite shows of all time. Jared Kiso, not just because we share our first name, is a fucking genius, and I love that man's acting too. Yeah, Beth will be there to watch, McCarthy. We'll do it live.
Oh, I'm gonna take a page out of what you call it, Craft Brewed Sports.
Okay.
Sip, chug, drain, pour.
Okay.
Katie, Professor Trisha, Tannis.
Okay, so poor Tannis because that girl's got a track record. I would almost put in Rosie because that's my girl. I love that.
Rosie. Okay.
Rosie's my
all
chick.
right. So Rosie, Katie, Tannis.
All right, poor Tannis. Chug Katie and sip Rosie.
Okay. Chug for me, chug Rosie, sip Katie, and chug and drain pour Tannis.
It's just Tannis is trash. That's what
Damn.
I mean, it's not so much she's trash. It's just I find Katie and Rosie more trash.
Rosie is the new girl, correct? The newest girl?
Rosie's Wayne's girlfriend.
Rosie's Wayne's girlfriend. Yeah. Although. We need another bracket for the French for the.
No, you know what? We're gonna do it. McCarthy. We're gonna do a crossover corner booth. No Christmas required.
I forgot Anik.
Anik and Mary.
A women of Letterkenny bracket.
And you forgot Old Gaylor.
Old Gaylor.
Who runs like she's got shit in her pants. Oh my God! This is gonna be an episode.
This is
bracket of the women of Letterkenny.
This may be the first episode of No Credentials Required with with an explicit tag.
Because I'm here, brother.
You're there.
Oh, yes. She said it right. Bonnie McMurray.
Bonnie McMurray.
Oh, my God. Oh
Yeah,
my God.
I don't know why.
Bonnie. Also, come on. Mrs. McMurray. Come on.
Mrs. McMurray.
Everyone loves a drunk girl. Come on. I don't think there's ever been an episode of that entire show where she's not trashed, and I love it.
What was Wayne's ex's girlfriend's name? I forgot her name.
Oh, Angie.
Angie. Okay. All right. So here's the bracket.
No, do not reveal the bracket. We're doing this later.
All right. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna make sure I write it down.
Make sure you get my girl Rosie in there because I'll be really
Rosie.
pissed if she's not in there.
All right. Oh no, we're
Of
gonna
course-
have Rosie. Rosie's in there.
Of course, you love Tannis, Beth. Honestly, though, because I do love. I have a lot of love for Tannis' personality. Tannis is my girl, personality wise, but I just got a love for Rosie. That's my girl. Also, I follow Kate, the actress who plays Katie on Instagram on TikTok. She's hysterical.
Oh, Michelle Millet.
Yeah, she's funny as fuck.
Millet. Yeah.
Also, yeah, exactly. Fuck Mary Fred. All right, boys, we got a dip.
Mary Fred until she cheated on Wayne.
Yeah. All right. Except for the Misfire episode was fucking hysterical.
Misfire.
Excuse me, please and thank you, sir.
Excuse me, please and thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we all got to roll. We appreciate our stopping by for Korner Booth Pregame. Shout out to Angel Leduc for stopping by. Shout out to our sponsors, eatsofficial.com and promo code Korner Booth for 10% off. And Canada Dip CBD for Belly Up 20 for 20% off. For myself, Samir, Mr. Leduc, and Mr. McCarthy, this handsome gentleman, and of course anybody in our comments, and of course shout out to our birthday girl, Ms. Beth. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate you coming through. We'll see you next Tuesday. Me and Samir will have a review of Kenobi and possibly Top Gun for you. Peace.
See you next Tuesday.
Be good to your parents.
Exactly.